That Sony event was trash. Autotune is not helping me. No, I'm just kidding. It was okay. It wasn't bad, actually. We can talk about that and some other stuff, right? Yeah, let's go. What is going on, guys? Dealer back again with yet another video, and while I may not have thought the Sony event was all that horrible at all, actually, a lot of people did, right? There were a lot of people saying it was trash. The Sony event was garbage, full of CG malarkey. Actually, a shocking amount of people were talking about how bad the Sony event was, and that's actually a good angle for this video, matter of fact. And then on the other hand, you had a bunch of people that thought it was better than the Xbox event a few months ago. I'm gonna smack all of you. Turn your TVs on. Turn your sound up, okay? There's no way. I'm just kidding. Calm down, silly pants. Anyway, but yeah, all the big players were there. Jimmy. Hey, by the way, did I mention my man Herman Holst? This turtle without a turtle shell. He's telling everybody, this is where the important games are. This is where the games that matter are. Raise your hand if you're a game that matters. No, put your hand down, Witcher 3. Put your hand down, Artful Escape. Put your hand down, everybody in the entire NBA league. Put your hand down, Little Nightmares 2. Put your hand down, Forza. Psst, I'll smack the shit out of you, Halo. Put your hand down. No one else here matters but PlayStation. Fuck you and only you. Fuck Xbox and only Xbox. Sony forever. Sorry, but that's not really how it works. My man Jim Ryan was here, though. And, of course, these guys, they had a little speech and whatnot. Hey, we're here to send your games to more platforms than ever. Well, welcome to PC and mobile here soon when we get our streaming stuff working properly. And, of course, if you're anything like MLB, maybe Xbox too, wee! Of course, I thought the event was decent. I thought it was packed with what I would call AAA content, which is what I'm interested in as a next-generation gamer. I'm half cyborg. Also, a lot of you out there were impressed with what you saw, and you know what? It's okay. Doesn't matter if you prefer Xbox like I do. You're still allowed to say, hey, I really loved God of War 2018, and the next one looks very similar to the last one. It doesn't really matter. The game's going to be amazing. It's going to look amazing at 60 FPS on the PS5. Maybe the PC as well sometime. So let's go through some of this stuff, huh? Hit the like button if you end up enjoying the video. Let me know what your thoughts are on the PlayStation event. And if you're one of those that thought it was complete trash, don't worry. I'm not going to be mad at you if you thought so. And I hope that you are logical enough to understand that I'm allowed to like stuff that Sony does and still not really like the company all that much. More of an Xbox guy myself, but hey, I call a spade, and the spade right now looks like Star Wars instead of Star Wars. They're remaking Old Republic, and it's coming to everything according to what I know right now. That's most of these things you just say it now. Most of these things are going to be on Xbox, and that's really the main reason I'm excited to kind of go over some of this, because you're really getting most of this on a Microsoft platform. And yeah, I know probably late a day or two in this video. I can't help it. I play games with a lot of the time that I have, and of course I like to make videos and I get to that stuff, but at the end of the day, man, I've been playing Artful Escape and a little bit of 2K22 when it's not already crashing on me. It's so trash. So yeah, Stutter Wars is coming to PlayStation 5, at least to confirm in this trailer, and I don't like how they keep doing this built for PlayStation 5 thing. This thing would work on an Etch-a-Sketch. It was built in 2001. Game design is held back by the hardware, not really the graphics, right? So again, obscure shapes. Next, this one looks really weird. I feel like I'm in 2007, and I feel like Chris Hansen's watching me. I don't like this. Let me know if you are being watched by Chris Hansen down below. Look, there was a bunch of crap at this event. I'm not really gonna go over stuff I'm not interested in, because it takes 30 to 45 minutes per minute of video footage to edit this, right? And I've only got so much time. Here's what I want to say. Ubisoft, stop it, right? Aliens, Rainbow Six, you're besmirching this man's name. Secondly, well, you've got a Borderlands spinoff, and it actually looks cool. I will be playing this on Xbox. Thirdly, Amazing Spider-Man 2. Realistic release date 2023. Apparently it's co-op, and it's going to look amazing. I loved the last Spider-Man game. Yes, the side missions were trash, but it was good. It was the best Spider-Man game ever made, and I'm looking forward to 2023 for the Amazing Spider-Man 2. They've also talked about multiple times why PS5 is amazing and how it unleashes developers to build amazing games, while simultaneously, at the same exact time of saying this, showing games that are on PS4 and PlayStation 5 at the same time. Yeah, there were almost no actual next-gen, quote-unquote, exclusive exclusives, and God of War. Yes, looking forward to this. Cory Barlog no longer heading and helming the studio, grasping, thrusting the studio, whatever you do to these studios, he's not doing it no more. That's a concern. Why? Because this guy seemed like he wanted to die. He seemed like, holy crap, I am in over my head. I'm not going to fearmonger this because I'm a wait and let's see, right? But at the same time, Cory Barlog fought to make God of War 2018 one of my favorite games of all time. Specifically, it was on his checklist, make it one of dealers' best, most favorite games ever. And now he's gone, and I don't know how this one's going to go, but it looks amazing, and I've got high hopes. I'm excited for it. I don't think it's a sad dad simulator. I do think you are going to end up really bitching at this kid a lot. That was one of my least favorite parts of 2018's God of War was Atreus being a douchebag, and you know you're going to get a lot more of that in this preteen, pubescent, whatever the hell this is. But hey, at the same time, you got Gran Turismo, where they're still putting fake cars in realistic or real picture backgrounds and doing all that stuff they got complaints from gamers for last time. Hopefully the physics are better, right? They finally caught up with some of the library editor stuff. They've got some upgrades. They got some customization externally, especially now compared to the older Gran Turismos, much better. But had the physics come somewhere, because Real Driving Simulator, I laugh every time I see it. LOL, just my opinion. LOL, I don't really care if you're mad. They also showed off Horizon Forbidden West, and again, they did backtrack on their previous policy where they were not going to give you upgrades they already promised to give you. And thanks to real gamers out there that spoke out on that, they are now giving you that free upgrade free of charge, obviously. And shout out to everyone who made excuses for them like morons, while those of us like myself, you in the comments, spoke the truth and got what you deserve and what was originally promised. It's really the moral of the story here, the principle of the story here, and we actually won that one, so that's cool. But they did say going forward, f you and only you, and they're not doing that anymore. They're not doing the free upgrade thing anymore, so that's kind of pathetic. Just a side note, I'm hearing Guerrilla Games are working on a SOCOM game. I never said this would be debuted there. They apparently have 3 teams there now or something, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. They seemingly have a lot of stuff in the works, and again, Cory Barlog is kind of proof of that. He's working on something else for Sony Santa Monica, and it's seeming like his success with God of War 2018 has offered him new opportunities to maybe even rise through the ranks of Sony and not even really do game development much longer. He might just become an executive that oversees projects in the future, 10 years from now or so. So we will see where Cory ends up. Hey, by the way, they also showed off a CG Wolverine trailer from Insomniac. So not only are they handling Spider-Man, but they are handling a Wolverine game, and it's going to be more of a narrative-driven tale. Hopefully they knock it out of the park, man. And question is, when's Microsoft going to go around their back and ask Disney to put it on Game Pass? Microsoft, I'm not saying you need a superhero game. You don't need to do nothing. You've already done more than any other gaming company in the history of gaming over the last couple years, acquiring ZeniMax and all of those IP and those developers and those engines, and it'd be stupid to say you need to do anything like this to compete, but as a fan, I would like a little piece of that pie. There's a reason I'm excited for Spider-Man. Why don't you go ahead and go to Disney and tell them to put that on Xbox, huh? This game here actually looks really good, and I'm going to try to not think of the Avengers when I see it, because that's using the same engine from Square Enix, but nevertheless, pretty interesting looking. Trailer was pretty cool. I think it's a timed exclusive. Again, most all of this stuff is coming to Xbox as well. But speaking of kind of multi-plat, right? They also confirmed the Uncharted games are coming remastered to not only PS5 but PC. This is another step in the direction that we've always said is going. Expect more and bigger games to come to PC over time, God of War included. Alan Wake. If you're excited for Alan Wake and his little flashlight, it is going to be a remastered port for the Xbox Series consoles as well as PS5. We'll see what Remedy are doing and if they learn how to optimize an engine. Speaking of optimize an engine, Grand Theft Auto 5, this thing is still alive. And yes, it's coming to all next-gen consoles early next year. Just let this thing die. I need a new Gran Turismo. Grand Theft Auto. Might as well be Gran Turismo. Look at this trailer. Now, speaking of Gran Turismo, Ghostwire Tokyo. This game looks pretty interesting from the creators of Evil Within. Yes, it's much like Deathloop, another deal that was formed before the acquisition of ZeniMax by Microsoft. Now those companies are going to be working together and fulfilling the promise of both Deathloop and Ghostwire to come to PlayStation 5 as timed exclusives. According to what we know, they should be out next year for Xbox, or at least least a year after their initial launch on PlayStation. After that, there are no more deals that I know of, or at least that we've heard of as of right now, and those Microsoft studios are focused purely on the Microsoft and PC ecosystems. Guardians of the Galaxy, please don't mess this up like you did Avengers. Dog and astronaut costume, plus 5 points. So yeah, that was pretty much it. It was a shorter showcase, and as a result, they had really a focus, a concentration on bigger, larger production value games, and that's kind of what I'm more interested in. I'm even more interested in the fact that I get to play these on Xbox, at least for the most part, and those other titles like Spider-Man 2, Wolverine, God of War, it's yet to be seen where those will be launched, though they have pretty much already confirmed God of War is a cross-gen game on both platforms. Spider-Man 2, it'll be kind of a weird thing if that's not on PS4. There's nothing that the PS4 couldn't do that is in that game's game design, or at least that we know of as Spider-Man. Maybe they do some cool stuff there, change it up a little bit. But yeah, Gran Turismo, also a cross-gen game. Most of these have been delayed or have been readjusted, and I think that's good. No more of this, getting every single game you've announced at the launch of PS5 delayed by at least a year. That was ridiculous. I didn't think the showcase was bad. I thought it was pretty good because of its concentration, its lack of a bunch of smaller games that really slowed the process down. Little Billy isn't staying home from school to watch this, right? It's grown men in their underwear, which is slightly worse. And you know what? We want to see some really, really cool stuff like God of War, Ragnarok, stuff like that. That's just my opinion. Let me know yours down below. I don't think it was anywhere near the Xbox showcase event. It certainly didn't kill Xbox like some idiots, complete idiots. Really, really need to emphasize that. Absolute morons were saying on Twitter. But hey, maybe it killed Atari finally. Maybe Atari. We need to check on Atari. Also, let's check what your thoughts are down below. In the description of the video, you'll find the source for this video. And of course, if you want to become a patron, stuff like that stuff is all there as well. Thank you very much for supporting the video. And of course, hit the like button if you end up enjoying it. Subscribe for all that good stuff. And man, it's a good year to be a gamer. Seriously, we've got so much cool stuff coming out. And once more, I think Xbox easily took the showcases for 2021. Let me know your thoughts, and I'm Dealer. I'll see you in the next one.